chairman of the 2026 Ecowas Championship Finance and Fundraising Committee. I also double here as the master of ceremony or the chairman of the launching of the partnership between the organizing committee, Wrestling Federation, and African company, and also to this very important press conference. Once again, good morning. Before we go into the nitty-gritties of the press conference, I want to encourage everyone to pray in our individual ways. We are far behind our schedule to the introduction of the dignitaries high table, and I want to begin with the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, the Minister we all know who championed the promotion of sports in the Gambia. The minister, the good government, as we used to say, when Gambia on 2 occasions qualified for the AFCON, and also our gallant volleyball and African big volley champions on 2 consecutive times at the African Games, including the win of our queen, our track queen, Regina Bars, in basketball as well, winning the Zone 2 tournament, Under 16 tournament, you name them. And also wrestling for quite a long time before the coming of Honorable Bakari. Yes, wrestlers have been doing it, but this time coming with unprecedented medals from the Ecowas Championship. I think Honorable Bakari needs to be commended for that. So, Honorable Bakari, you are highly welcome to this press conference and also the launching of the partnership between Africa and the organizing committee, by extension, the Wrestling Federation. Next to him is Dr. Francis Chooks. He's the director at the Ecowas office responsible for youth and sports development. Dr. Francis Chooks has been very much instrumental in supporting the organizing committee by guiding us, giving us the ways and means in which we should use in order to have a very successful hosted in the Gambia. Doctor, we thank you very much with your team. Next, we have the President of the Gambia Wrestling Association. Under whose leadership, we have seen an immeasurable improvement in terms of wrestling, most especially for the female wrestlers. We've been yelling for this. We want to have everybody included in our sports, particularly the promotion of women into sports. When he came, he has an chance for women to participate fully in sports. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Gambia is hosting Tolac. Next, we have Musa Sase, my brother, my K. Thank you for coming. Musa is the Deputy Managing Director of Africa, but he is also the government Chief Government Relations Officer. Thank you very much, Musa. Musa is a household name. When you talk about Africa and you don't say Musa, then Africa will not exist, I think. He has been everywhere, most especially into sports. Where the sports is organized, Africa is involved. And this is what we want to see from other businesses or private entities. Thank you for coming. And then we have The chairman of the National Sports Council, Mr. Lamin Jawara, is teacher and educationist, but also a sports administrator. He has been in sports for quite a long time, and most of us were going to school, and he rose through the ranks to become the chairman of the National Sports Council. And when I say the Honorable Minister, has done extremely well for sports. All what the Honorable Minister does passes through the leadership of Lamin Jawara for the National Sports Council to do and implement what has been instructed to design by the ministry through the implementation of our sports policies. Chairman, we thank you very much. And we have Abbas is also a member of the DBB. He has been the Secretary General of the Gambia Football Federation, General Manager, the Executive Director, NYSS, and now the Director of the Department of Youth and Sports. He is also the Chairman of the Organizing Committee of the 14th edition of the Tolac, organized by the Gambia, hosted by the Gambia also. Abbas, thank you very much. We have Pamani Sisi, Honorable Pamani Sisi, a former parliamentarian, but still a politician and a parliamentarian. He is the director, or the executive director of the PIA. He is our host here, and also the chairman of the big committee of the 14th edition of the Ecowas National Championship of the Gambia. Thank you very much, Honorable. And we have a staff of the Ecowas Youth and Sports Development Center, the right hand of Dr. Francis. She's been there as a volunteer for how many years now? 3 years, and has been doing extremely well for the Ecowas Youth and Development Sports Development Center. We have Constant over there is the protocol Dr. Jones. Thank you very much, Constant, for coming. And then we have Sadiq, who is also working in tandem with Rohaya at the office under the leadership of Dr. Chuk. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the media here present, the wrestlers, our wrestlers. We have Madam Chacha. We don't need wrestlers' names. Madam Chacha, can you please stand up? We want to see you. She is our female representative. And she is the captain of the team, the female team. Thank you very much, madam. We wish you well. I'm sure you will be my victory in all that. And we have the trainer, Rwanda Zare, and also, represented in the Gambia in the 86 kilo and went to the 120 kilo and likewise the 100 kilo. He has been one of the most successful wrestlers of the Gambia. We have another wrestler called Arobas. He is the captain of the national team, our wrestling national team. Arobas, we all know. When I was a sports coordinator, I have interacted with him. And Arobas have been representing the Gambia for quite a long time. In the 87, the media officer, from the Ecowas, coach, Amidou is here with us. Amidou, thank you very much for coming. And we have the coach of the national team. He's still a boy. Thank you very much. Occasions, he is the one who leads the national team go straight to the activities of today. And we are already gone through the arrival of the guests and the registration. Now, remarks and also give us a summary of how prepared the Gambia is in terms of hosting the 40th edition.
Here, I want to recognize the Honorable Minister Bakari Baji, our Honorable Minister who is leading this of the Gambia. I also want to recognize the Chairman of the National Sports Council, Mr. Lamin Jawara, I also want to recognize Musa Sise, who have been my colleague in sports development for many years. He is the Deputy Managing Director, but at the same time, the Chief Government Representative Liaison Officer. That's a new role. I want to congratulate him on that. I also want to recognize Mr. Matar Sen, the President of the Gambia Wrestling Association, Honorable Pamalik Sise, Chairman of the Logistic Committee, Madam Rahia, Special Assistant to President, and the team. I want to recognize the current MC, who is no other person than Jawla. As you may know, and also I want to recognize all the directors from the slide institutions that are here. I did not see them, but I want to recognize them, and also the staff of the ministry who are here supporting us in this very important program, and the members of the local National Organizing Committee for Tolac 2026 in the Gambia, and all other members of the subcommittee. I also want to recognize our invited guests, and also our friends in the media fraternity, and all other individuals that are here, all other protocols and respected observed. I want to thank you very much for coming to this press conference and for the launching. Going forward, I also want to give you some of our state of preparedness for this very important event in the Gambia. For your information, we have done a lot, and I want to assure you that Gambia is ready to host the event under the leadership of the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, with support from Ecowas Director and partners. Our level of preparation is in high gears. Delegates have already started arriving, and we are hoping that 11 countries will important event. All the delegates will be in the Gambia by the 14th, and the program will start on the 15th. As you may know, also there is a massive work that is going on currently at the Serakunda East Mini Stadium from yesterday until today. We want to ensure that the place is fully ready to host this important event. Before we have the final inspection on ground, or inspection work on the ground. The media is also doing very well. The media team of the organizing committee under the leadership of Sarah, who is also working with us. We also have the head of logistics, who is responsible for the transport and ensuring that security is in place, immigration issues. We are ensuring that all the delegates that are coming are provided with the necessary support. Currently, we also have the media team, medical team. The medical team have also consulted the hospitals that are around and also the Red Cross. So we are anticipating that they will be all ready to support us. So these are some of the preparations that we do. But I also want to highlight one of our key partners in this is Africell. Musa, we want to extend our appreciation to you and the director of Africell for coming to our support. We want to recognize this relationship, and we want to assure you we will always be appreciative of this support in ensuring that this program goes as planned. I would not want to enter into detail because some of the statements that will be coming from the Ecowas Director and from my Honorable Minister will also give you some of the activities that they are supposed to do. But currently, just to give you a summary, this is the level of our preparations, and we will invite any other questions that may come from the media so that we can be able to adequately respond to them. I once again want to thank you all, particularly the media and also the members of the high table, for ensuring that this program goes as planned. We are very happy because we have the full support of the Honorable Minister and also the government of President His Excellency Adama Barrow in ensuring that this program is implemented well. We are working tirelessly to ensure that what is expected of this program is achieved. Director Chooks, like we told you, we are going to be ahead across all other Ecowas countries in organizing a very successful program. Let's go on and start, then we'll know how this country is called the Smiling Coast of the Gambia. How we are happy to welcome all other countries here. And I want to thank you also for your continuous guidance and support in ensuring that this program is successful. On that note, I want to thank you very much. Thank you. I want to welcome everybody to the department.
Thank you very much, Director Abbas, and Chairman of the Organizing Committee of the 14th edition of Ecowas Wrestling Championship. Like he stated, already the first batch of officials have arrived yesterday, and they are in their hotel ahead of all other countries. So from tomorrow we will see other countries coming in, and we will be witnessing the arrival of 11 countries from tomorrow in the Gambia. Thank you very much, Director. We now move on to the next speaker, and this is the President of the Gambia Wrestling Federation, headed by Mr. Matar Sen. Mr. Matar, the floor is yours.
Of Youth and Sport, the Director of Youth and Sport of Ecowas, Mr. Francis Duke, distinguished representative of AFICEL, Mr. Musa Sise, the national team rep, the captain and his coach, and the team manager, the team trainer, and the assistant coach are all here. Esteemed partners, stakeholders, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride and sincere appreciation that I stand before you today on behalf of the Gambia Wrestling Federation at its important occasion, marking the official launch of our partnership with AFICEL. Today is not just about the signing of an agreement. It is about the beginning of a strategic alliance that will significantly strengthen the development and promotions of wrestling in the Gambia and beyond. This partnership comes at a crucial time when our federation is working tirelessly to reposition wrestling as a key sport that promotes youth empowerment, cultural heritage, and national pride. The support of AFICEL is therefore not only timely but deeply impactful. On behalf of the entire wrestling family, I wish to express our profound gratitude to AFICEL for believing in our vision and choosing to partner with us on this important journey. Ladies and gentlemen, as beneficiaries of this partnership, I want to assure all stakeholders that the Gambia Wrestling Association is fully committed to delivering on its mandate with professionalism, transparency, and excellence. We are ready in preparation for the upcoming Ecowas Wrestling Championship. Our federation has intensified its effort across all fronts. Our athletes are currently undergoing rigorous training guided by experienced coach, technical team to ensure they are in peak physical and competitive conditions. Beyond athletes' preparation, we have also focused on strengthening our organizational capacity, ensuring that logistics, officiating, and coordinations meet international standards. Our aim is not only to participate, but to compete strongly and represent the Gambia with honor and distinction. This event presents a unique opportunity for our country to showcase its rich wrestling traditions and hospitality to the sub-region. We are proud to be part of this historic moment, and that with the support of our partners and the ministry and the government at large, this championship will be a surrounding success. To AFICEL, your investment goes beyond sponsorship. It is an investment in youth, in talent, and in the future of Gambian sport. Together, we are creating pathway for opportunity and inspiring the next generation of athletes. In conclusion, let me reaffirm our Federation's unwavering commitment to making this partnership truthful and impactful. We look forward to a long and mutually beneficial relationship. I thank you all for your attention, and I invite the people of the Gambia to come out in their numbers to support our athletes during the. Thank you very much once again. Assalamu alaikum.
The Chairman of National Sports Council, Dr. Abbas. Is my mic okay? Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the media and press, enthusiasts, followers, supporters of wrestling. This is a familiar territory because I think it's a family for me. And here representing Africa doesn't change much in my purview and understanding and of course desire to be part of sports. Sports is what I know, sports is what I like, sports is what I do, and has done so much for me. So being at an institution that also loves sports, that has been in the forefront of supporting everything that has to do with sports, youth empowerment, you name it, as the few of the sectors that sometimes we are heavily biased towards. The reason for sports for me is simple. I know what it is, I know what it can do, and the Honorable Minister would bear to what my testimony is in that line, because it is what happens anytime and every time. Having Tolac in the Gambia here is just an extension to what the Gambia as a young sporting nation is achieving under his watch. That is one thing we should all be proud of. Every single individual Gambian sportsman and women, or men and women, should very much take recognition of what is happening under Bakari Baji's watch as sports minister. We cannot count the achievements, the efforts, the strides being taken to lift, to elevate, to take sports, Gambian sports to the next level. Yes, we don't have to be nostalgic. I am an old hand. I was here before and I know what used to happen before. But today, sports has moved on. And I want to challenge anybody, any of you. So most of us here would always be like, sports, you come and speak to people like us who are here before. I'm going to tell you openly and boldly, I'm going to dismantle you. Because you don't know what was. We know what was and we know what is. So today I want to believe and I want to think that we should be very, very happy and very proud of what is happening with our sports, because it's our achievement as a collective sporting body. So yes, the ministries are the helm out there, but we have institutions like myself who are doing everything possible daily, because private sectors move these kind of things. Government will create the policies, hand it over to the National Sports Council, but the fundings and the private sector support is what makes the difference. So that is where AfriCell comes in. Not simply because I'm sitting down here putting on an AfriCell cap, I want to talk about AfriCell now. You people are witnesses to what AfriCell does and what we try to do over the years in supporting sportsmen and women. Leke Obara is here, he's one of our ambassadors. So every single living sports personality of any sports in this country has in one way or the other benefited from AfriCell support. So I think that's a big fit. It's a big fit. Momentum going because it is about inspiring others to come on board, to come and support what is happening, to come and support the sports, not just football, basketball, wrestling. There are lots of sports that needs our support. And I like to say this because wherever AfriCell goes, other people want to go. So we are happy to have people follow us. I am very happy to encourage people to come with us. And especially, Tolac is one thing. So this is our national sports. It's something many of us feel passionate about. So today, having to launch this partnership, I never want this to happen because it's a routine for us. Because when I spoke to the Honorable, he said, no, it's nice that we have to at least launch this thing. I mean, so the public was happening. But it's an everyday thing for us. But thank God we are here as witnesses for the records. to tell you what we are intending to do, what we wanted to do when Matar came to my office to present the Tolac in Gambia. And we straight away that these are some of the things that we are going to do for you. My BJ here with me is the now responsible manager. So I strictly linked them with him to tell him some of the things that we're going to provide to make that the Tolac becomes a success. So, of course, some of the things that we are going to provide the tournament championship is that there are billboards that are going to be out there for the publicity of the events. You have radio adverts, you have social media platforms that we're providing them. We're giving credit and data for the team. Of course, we're going to provide a PA system for the duration of the championship. We're going to provide you with a VAR van that is for the automation, the van and the screen that is going to be used. Of course, for potential replays, and of course, if there is any virtual reality, replays to help the referees, and of course, the public to clear any doubts. We're also going to keep the national team with the tracksuits and jet tops to show them this is Gambia, powered by FSL. We're also equally going to provide tents for all the 11 participating teams with their flags on them, for that everybody would know that this is Gambia, this is Senegal, this is Niger, Mali, and all those things. So we want to make the tournament, as Abbas mentioned, unique. This is Gambia. And the example I wanted to give is that when we did the Airbus Congress in Banjul here for the 8th time or the 6th time, when delegates came to the Gambia, they could not believe that they were in Gambia. So, but because we were able to do things that has never been done in any African country, because of my time in IPS, having gone around the world and most of these countries, nothing like what we were able to do in Gambia had ever been done before. So this should be one of those things in which we all, and I mean all of us should be proud of, in making sure that we present the Gambia to our neighbors, who are coming to visit us, to know that we, as small as we are, with less resources than most of them, we can do a lot more when we come together. So I urge every one of you to support the ministry, the minister, the team here responsible for all this, so that we can stand out as a people. That's what matters, so that people like Afisal and others can also be brave enough to come on board and be part of these kind of events. Honorable, I thank you all for your kind attention.
Afisal, my good friend Matasa, President of Gambia Wrestling Association, permit me to stand and establish protocol and say very good morning to all of you. I'm used to being called doctor, but I'm simply Mr. Francis Joshua. I hope that one day I'll join the ranks of doctors. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Commissioner for Human Development and Social Affairs of the Ecowas Commission, Abuja, Her Excellency Professor Fatou Sosa, who has asked me to convey very warm greetings to the Honourable Minister here, and through him to the government and people of the smiling coast of not just West Africa, but of Africa. Commissioner would have loved to be here on this occasion, but for extra challenges. The story of Tolac goes a long way to almost 2 decades back, when heads of state and government adopted traditional wrestling as the community sport of Ecowas. And since then, the Youth and Sports Development Center has tried to organize the competition every year, not just to promote the similarities amongst the different practices of traditional wrestling in our member states, but also to raise our own heritage in terms of sports, traditional sports, not just within the region, but beyond Ecowas. And so for that purpose, the Youth and Sports Center developed what we call the Ecowas-specific code for African wrestling. Today we are proud to say that that code is used practically everywhere where traditional wrestling is practiced and competitions are held in that discipline. Not just in West Africa,
but also across the continent. In a number of our previous engagements, we've had countries from outside West Africa wanting to participate in our competition. For us, it shows that our sports, our discipline, has been recognized beyond West Africa. Even Spain and Morocco have tried to join our competition. But we are very jealous of our competition and of our heritage, and we've kept it within the region. Of course, our main objective ultimately is to be able to have African wrestling on the Olympics agenda someday in the future. So that is what we are aspiring to. The journey that we are finalizing today and this week started a few years back. Gambia has been part of the Tolac family ever since it started. They've come home with beautiful medals, and they've agitated for a long time to host the event. And thankfully, under the watch of Mata sent here, last year they were able to get the hosting rights. And of course, with the full support of the Honorable Minister, following inspections of facilities here in Banjul, the Ecowas Commission granted the hosting rights to the Gambia ahead of a fellow sister country, Côte d'Ivoire, which will be hosting the event next year. This year, as Mr. Abbas has said, we participation confirmations. 11 out of the 12 embassies of Ecowas are expected to be part of this process. They've started arriving. Guinea and Guinea-Bissau are supposed to arrive today. The officials have arrived yesterday. Now, what we are going to have is a competition different categories. We look at the individual categories, weight categories, which will be followed up by the team sports, where member states compete against themselves. And Ecowas has lined up, just as usual, a number of beautiful prizes, ranging from $1,500 to up to $10,000 for winners, input the individual weight categories and the team sports category. We're going to compete from 15 to 17, starting with eliminations on the 15th, eliminations of the team category sports on the 16th, and then all finals and third place matches will be held on the 17th. We expect delegations to begin to leave. There will also be trophies, there will also be medals, beautiful medals that we're going to award to all the winners. Let me conclude by very sincerely for his leadership in the entire process that has led to this day, not just for the wrestling tournament, but also for other programs that the Youth Center has rolled out for youth development across Ecowas. Let me say here that Gambia was the first country to confirm its National Steering Committee for the Ecowas Youth and Women Empowerment Programs that were running with the support of the African Union, Outer Gambia sent it its list long ago and has put in place its technical steering committee. Gambia is also one of the countries that are also participating in the program that we're also running with AU, that is the creation of opportunities for youth and women empowerment across Africa. There are 6 member states that are partner countries, and Gambia, again, is one of those. And I think it is all down to the leadership of Honorable Minister here, who has made it possible that the voice of Gambia and its youth are heard outside this country. So I want to say a big thank you to the Minister and his team, who have worked. The team planning the Tolac, the team from the ministry, on the youth component of our programs. We say a very big thank you to them. And we want to say also our appreciation for the very warm welcome that we've received since our arrival here in Banjul on Saturday. My final call is to the wrestlers and the public. We're looking forward to very fair competition this weekend. We're also looking forward to a very packed arena with all the sports lovers of Banjul, all the sports lovers from all over Gambia, to cheer our team from the 11 member states to victory. And we hope that we're going to have a very beautiful competition. And I hope to see all of you there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thank you very much.
The moderator and chair of the occasion, Mr. Mahmoud Lamin Jawala, the executive director of the National Sports Council, the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports. I will not break the protocol still. And delegation from Ecowas, the African partners, who is ably represented here by the Deputy Managing Director, Mr. Musa Sise, a colleague, the Director of the Department of Youth and Sports, our chief host for this event, I will call him the President of the Gambia Resident Association, Matar Sen, all other directors present here, media, the representative of the Gambian delegation, the captain, the trainer, and the coach, captain for both male and female, other personalities. I want to seize this opportunity on behalf of the National Sports Council that I'm assigned to give the vote of thanks. But before giving the vote of thanks, I want to say the Gambia, like Mr. Sise rightly said, has witnessed remarkable improvement in the development of sports. This is as a result of our visionary leadership. Because we know, I personally have served in sport for more than 30 years at different levels. And I've personally worked with different ministers. But because the kind of minister that we have has been through it, so he who feels it knows it. So this is why when I took over leadership, it has made work very easy for me because he was part of the process. It's easy to advise, and it's easy for him to understand. And this is why he has succeeded as a minister, and as a ministry, and as a government. I would want us to continue that support. Somebody who is ready to give all what he has, just to ensure that we get what we want, need to be supported. And that cannot happen without every stakeholder being involved. So I indulge on all partners to ensure we give him the support that is required. Coming back to the event, I want to seize this opportunity to thank Dr. Chuks, who has been coming to give the technical support to the team here, to the delegation, for giving us the proper guidance that has led us this far in terms of the coordination of the program. I know without them you could have done it, but we would not be able to do it better as it is. So we appreciate your support from the onset. The chairman of the Tolac Coordinating Committee, the director of Youth and Sports, and all other subcommittee heads, logistics, Pamalik, Honorable Pamalik, finance, Mr. Jawla, technical aspect, We thank you all for your commitment and dedication in ensuring that we reach this level today, and we are expected to go far beyond what people expect. Because I know the preparations have gone far. To the wrestlers present here and those on the way coming, we thank you. Without being offered yourself to be part of the national teams to participate in the name of your respective countries, they wouldn't have made a team. So I use the opportunity to thank all the 11 countries that are participating in this event. The Gambia is known for its unique way of doing things. And I'm sure by the time we end the activity, Dr. Tux and team will learn something to implement in other areas. Good practices can always be learned from the Gambia. Feel free and then ask anything you want to know. We will provide the answers. I want to stop here and thank the media for coming. Without them, I have always said, there cannot be any publicity. So your presence in everything is important. Finally, I will use this opportunity to request from other private sector. In the Gambia, we have more than 35 sporting disciplines. Make a choice. Be partner to one of these disciplines. The government cannot do it alone. So we are encouraging every private sector to come and provide the support where you have interest. For officials, they are special. I just told by outside, the Friends of Sports. I know how much they are committed to supporting sports, from the grassroots to the national level. So we will continue to thank officials for their partnership, and we will continue to count on them to always be leading for others to follow.
And also benefit from what sports give in terms of visibility. So if you want to go higher, like how high Satisfy, come to sports, partner with them, and you will get benefits. Thank you very much. The next speaker, which will be the final speaker, is the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Bakari Baji. Our able minister, like I said in the preamble, the minister who came with all these good things, qualifications to have fun, so many other successes in our different disciplines, youth development, and so many other things centering around youth and sports development. There is a hope you can see them. Some of them, and we have witnessed so many of them. So, Honorable Minister, the mic is yours. Thank you.
6 months or 7 months, I think he's been here. He came late last year, came back recently for an event, but took time to engage with the wrestling fraternity. Coming early, as we all prepare for Tolac. So once again, welcome. You have become a Gambian now, probably coming here more than any time in the past, and we are happy that you and your team are around, but also thank you for giving us the opportunity to host the 14th edition of Tolac. It has been an interest for the Gambia, like you said, for the wrestling fraternity, but we are glad that now it is happening, and we want to ensure that we do it right, so that the next time we request for it, you'll be able to grant it just like you've granted it. But of course, our friend here, our brother, Mr. Musa Sise, thank you also for coming. Thank you for supporting. As he was listing the amount, the support, what they're providing, you know, at the end, I just leaned to him and I said I wasn't even aware of the orders. I was aware of the main things, the PA system, the tents, the credit, but I wasn't aware of the virtual coverage with the OV van and that they are also dressing the national team. Those are additional things that we really appreciate. But like every other person said, AFICEL has been doing extremely well in terms of supporting our sports, and this is not just new, it's been on. But I think and I believe, not just think, what we're seeing now, that he's elevated to the second top position, is unprecedented, and we want to extend appreciation to you and to the rest of the AFICEL team for the support. But also thanks to our brother, Mr. Baibite, and congratulations. He did not tell me he's the sponsorship manager, so he should be expecting a lot of requests. I can call him anytime. And for him, I can bully him. You are my senior. Yeah, but him, I can definitely bully him if he refuses to do that, you know. But thank you to all of you, the chairman, the National Sport Council, the president of the Gambia Wrestling Association, and director of the Department of Video and Sports, Mr. Abbas, and to all of you that are here, the wrestlers, the team captain, the national team coach, and our friends from the media. I did not intend to make a long statement. Director Tolac gave me a statement that I have here, and I've taken some of the points that he wanted me to say, and I'll say them. But I would prefer to speak, you know, from my own perspective on this event. Ladies, those of us at the back.
Hello.
Yeah, because we cannot be here talking and people are also talking at the back. You know, we have to. So this is how it should be, so that we're all listening and you know, be able to pay attention. If you have any important issues, we can discuss them later. Right? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We really want to say thank you once again to AFICEL Gambia for coming to support Tolac, the 14th edition of Tolac, being hosted here in the Gambia, and as a ministry and by extension as a government and the National Organizing Committee. We want to extend that appreciation to you, Mr. Cisse, and to everyone else that is here from AFICEL, and use the opportunity also to call on other companies to do the same. You know, even as we were here, we're discussing about so many other things that AFICEL is doing, and we believe that is how things should be. Even Mr. Cisse said the government's role, yes, is to provide funding, is to provide support, is to build infrastructure, but it's more about providing the policy, providing the laws that are necessary. But the private sector is the one that is supposed to come and take sports. And it's not just for wrestling, it's not just for an event, but even the leagues. Today, the wrestling championship is organized all the time. But we do not have sponsorships. If you go to volleyball, it's the same. You look at basketball, it's the same. So we want our Gambian companies to be able to come forward and support our sports by adopting even a league and financing the league. These are the kind of things that we see happen in other countries. And Gambia, if we're really serious about development of sports, if we're really serious about empowering our young people and supporting them in what they need, is to support them in those areas that can be able to create employment, that can be able to support them economically, because supporting athletes, supporting sports is indirectly contributing towards their growth, their development, but also their empowerment and the empowerment of the communities where they come from. Because one sports person has a tendency to change the lives of not just his family, but the entire community or village where he lives. And we see these things on a daily basis in sports, in basketball, in volleyball, and in football. And so we want to say to all the companies out there, government has opened the doors. Last year, government made a pronouncement that any private company that supports sports, you can be able to calculate that as a tax exempt. And that was meant to ensure that the corporate come and support sports so that it can be claimed as exemptions. But until today, we have not seen much of that. But we hope that AFICEL is leading it. And that's why I personally told Mr. Cisse that I would want us to organize this, and I would be present myself so that we can be able to not just make the public know what we are doing, but also celebrate AFICEL, and hopefully that will serve as a motivation to others to be able to come and do something similar. But to the president of the Wrestling Association, my brother and friend, Mr. Masar Sen, and the executive of the Gambia Wrestling Association, we want to congratulate you Yes, is the ministry supporting, but the idea of bidding to host came from Matar and his people, that when they were in Nigeria, they think it's about time that Gambia is not just participating in other African countries or West African countries, but brings Tolac here. And for us as a ministry, and by the permission of His Excellency the President, our role is to be able to provide for what our associations need as long as they approach us. And that is going to continue, and that his leadership and under the leadership of any other person in any of the associations. We want Gambia to not just go out and participate. We want to be able to bring more sporting activities into the country. And this has been the dream that all of us share. And myself and the team will discuss, and Mr. Cisse including. The last year, we hosted the anti-doping ministerial meeting in Banjul. Earlier this year, we hosted the AIPS Africa regional meeting here in Banjul. And this year again, we are hosting the Tolac. And in June, we are hosting the African Union Region 2 sport games here in Banjul. And all of these is being done through government support, through private partner support, but it is done to ensure that our sports is moving forward in participation in infrastructure development, but also in empowering our athletes to be able to get those opportunities that they see other athletes get outside. And anytime we host, there is improvement, because there must have been an infrastructure development or an infrastructure improvement that must have happened in a particular sector for sports, and this is going to remain here. Today we are renovating, doing some work at Serekunda East. Beyond Sunday, Serekunda East will continue to benefit from those infrastructure improvements that are happening there. But the athletes that are going to win, I was surprised when I had $10,000. I was thinking maybe I should get on the ring myself. Because I've been playing football. I was at basketball a few days ago. There's nothing preventing me from getting onto that ring on Saturday and Sunday, and maybe I'll be lucky to get the $10,000. Who knows? Our brother Leket would tell me how to do it. But that is, that's the passion. That's something that is going to stay here. Some of the support that Ecowas is bringing in, the money is going to stay here. The hotels, the vehicle rental, and all of these things, it contributes to our economy. So these are some of the good things that we are getting as a country. So ladies and gentlemen, I said I didn't want to make it long. I want to say congratulations to all of you, and we wish Team Gambia the very best, because we are hosting, and we should be able to do our LAN, our cup. All right, that's what they say. Yeah. Our LAN, our cup. So ensure that all the gold medals, all the trophies remain in Gambia. We are the Smiling Coast. We welcome all the countries that are coming to Gambia from today, but we want to be the #1 leading. But that's not going to happen because the referee will favor us. It has to happen through hard work. And I believe with the kind of coach we have, or the coaches we have, and the athletes, we'll be able to get that done. So finally, Mr. Francis and your team, we want to say thank you very much, for the support over the past months in ensuring that things are done the right way, and we hope we will be able to meet up to your expectations as a person, but to the expectation of the Ecowas in the hosting that we are doing. You can be assured that we are always ready to engage. If there is any improvements that need to be done, please let us know, and we will always be ready to be able to make those improvements to ensure that everyone that comes from the 11 countries is satisfied with what is going on and is happy and would go back home to their various countries happy. And finally, Africell, once again, thank you for leading the way, and we hope that others will emulate and continue to do well. So congratulations, and we wish you the best in, of course, the business that you do, and government will always be there to work with you as you continue to support the initiatives that we are doing and the activities that we are hosting. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's good being here, and we look forward to seeing all of you on Friday for the opening, and then Saturday for the competitions, and Sunday for the final. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. We'll definitely, lunch it after your speech, but I think it's good.
Oh, let's just consider it lunch.
So we'll have a photo session.
Yeah.
Let's have the executive of the wrestling and also the wrestlers
Yeah, from here.
xam ne ñu ngi teew fii ci salle bi yëpp di ci jiital honorable Bakary waaye Badji di ci toftal ñëpp ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi ànd ak moom ñu ngi gërëm sport council di gërëm Matar Sène mi nga xam ne moo jiite lu lambi Gambia di nuyu itam presse bi nga xam di wax ne kontaan nañ lool ndax wax dëgg yàlla li ma ànd ak national team bi ci wàllu bëri ñu génn bari na waaye wàccaay wi ñu am nii musuñ koo am wax dëgg yàlla dalal nañu fu baax jox nañu mooy dund bu baax di gërëm itam suñ technical director andi Chebo team manager di gërëm itam suñ trainer di lekkat bu baax di gërëm capitaine bi arobas andi vimpi andi roxi Thiam ak Assane bi nga xam ne mooy suma assistant ak Ami Seck mi nga xam ne moo jiite jigéen ñi ñu ngi wax ne nag bu neexee yàlla honorable ministre dégg naa ko li mu wax waaye dinaa ko wax ne na dalal xelam li mu bëgg dinañ ko defal ndax Matar Sène mi nga xam ne moom moo jiite fédération bi teg nañ ci condition yu baax te ñaax nañu itam wax nañu li nga xam ne loolu mën nañ ko dégg ndax dañ daan dem di fekki di saay nag dañ ñoo fekk si te bëgg nañ lépp loo xam ne nii Ecowas teg na ko ci tournament bii mu des ci réew mi incha allah loolu nag duñ ko wax ci ginnaaw yàlla waaye loolu ñu ñaan yàlla di gërëm nag ñi nga xam ne ñooy ahlu làmb bu ma nee ahlu làmb rek bàyyiwuma kenn rawatina journaliste yi nga xam ne ñoom ñooy siiwal sport rawatina làmb en général loolu daal ci gàttal foofu laa waroon a loolu lañ amoon loo xam ne yéene la mébét la boo xam ne itam war nañ koo rotal muy kàddu yoo xam ne nii mi ngi fi comme ñi nga xam ne itam suñ nattaangoo lañ nekkoon fii daan ànd ak ñun ci liggéey bi yàlla jële leen fi ñoom tam ñu ngi leen di ñaanal njëgal yàlla xare leen àjjana ñoom ñëpp mboolem kuñ fa fekk ak ku leen fa fekk lii daal mooy yi nga xam ne loolu lañ bëggoon a rotal 76 bi moom itam jigéen la ñu ngi koy wax naka la tudd Sanouding ñu ngi koy wax Sanouding 86 bi ñu ngi koy wax Canabaas 100 kilo bi ñu ngi koy wax arobas 120 bi ñu ngi koy wax vimpi ñoom ñëpp àndoon nañ ci liggéey bi ak ñeneen ñi nga xam ne ñoo ñu doon jàppale ci liggéey bi ñoom itamit ñu ngi ci camp bi toog di ñu xaar dafa mel ni nag comme ni ñu ko waxee woon rek dañuy doog a dugg camp club yi nga xam ne ñoom ci réew mi yëpp dañu ne bindoon leetar waxtaan ak ñoom wan leen ne leen lii du ñu fi benn club lii yëfi réew mi la kenn ku ci nekk na nga délégué 3 people yoo ñetti mbër yoo xam ne dañuy ñëw mën a bokk ci jongante bi léegi nag dem nañ ba am ba dese 10 people yi ñu dese nag fi mu ne nii right now ñoom lañ duggandoo kaam 5 people ñoo nekk fii ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo compete ñeneen ci des ñun ci camp bi dañuy xaar kon ñun ñëpp ñoo bokkoon liggéey bi ñu ngi leen di sant leen gërëm beneen yoon asalaamaaleykum wa rahmatullah.
ñuy ñëw rek comme jàllale ko si anglais officiel yi pour wax leen li nga xam ne rek moom lañ finally gars yi def comme li nga xam ne moom la ko ñëpp waxee ñu ngi ñaanal Afrique Noire mu àndoon ak ñun si mbir mi liggéey bi te tey nekkut fi xam naa ne di ngeen ko gis si yeneen feature yi nga xam ne ñu ngi ko bàyyi xel di ko sóoraale bu baax di nuyu axlu làmba yëpp yéen ñi fi teew comme ni ko oncle Boy Mela ko waxee muy di national team coach bi ñun li ñuy ñëw wax rek mooy on behalf of the listeners yi nga xam ne ñoo ne si biti members of the press, representative of our main sponsor AfriCell, partners from Ecowas, the Gambia National Olympic Committee, GNOC, following presidents of the National Federation, distinguished members of the Wrestling Fraternity, and fellow Gambians, good morning. On behalf of the Gambia Wrestling Association, I am proud to officially unveil the Gambia national team that will represent our national team, our nation, at the 2026 West African Wrestling Tournament, Tolac, hosted here in the Gambia from the 15th to 17th of May at Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Following a comprehensive technical assessment by our technical department, these wrestlers have met the required standard of preparedness, discipline, health, fitness to carry out our national flag. The Gambia wrestling team is as follows. Rohi Cham, 66 category. Sanunding Bojang, 76 category. Sekou Sarr, 86 category. Babukar Mboj, 100 kilos category and the team captain. Amadou Koli, 120 category. Suleiman Ba is the head coach, and Adamanyang is the head of medic that is representing the medical team. These warriors were selected from trial across the nation. These warriors were selected across the nation. They represent every region, every continent, every region, every council, community, fans who believe in Gambian wrestling. To the team, from today, you wrestle for 2.5 million Gambians. You carry our heritage into the arenas against 11 other countries, West African nations. Wrestle with honor, wrestle with courage. The whole country is behind you. To the Gambian people, from the 15th to the 17th Serekunda West Mini Stadium, is your home. Come in with large numbers, bring your drums, let our boys feel the power of home, support, let West Africa see our unity. Our thanks to His Excellency the President and the government of the Gambia and the Ministry of Youth and Sport for supporting the Gambia Wrestling Association to host, and to AfriCell, the GNOC partner, thank you for powering our champions. To Ecowas, the diplomatic corps, the religious leaders, the local government authority, and all federations in the Gambia that is supporting us. This is a national effort. We acknowledge also other countries, West African countries that are not participating. Mauritania, Mali, Nigeria, and Burkina Faso will not compete this year, but we hope them to participate and compete in the future hosting of other Ecowas. Members of the press, the Gambia is ready, our team is ready. I now present to you this important team, and we are wishing every Gambian to welcome and pray for our national team for a very big victory inshallah rabbi by on the 17th. Assalamu alaikum. Director is behind. Mumla Bunge is coming.
Okay, we're now going to go ahead with the press conference and the communications manager the media team of the 14th edition here in the Gambia, Sarah Kamara, will lead us into that. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
c'est l'âme gâte. La beaucoup de choses que vous passez avec Gambia, l'âme gâte. After, wow, on est beaucoup de choses. On est beaucoup de choses. C'est une chose. Moi, dès que c'est si moi je suis copie au Maroc, je vais c'est quoi? Dès que c'est Jadi besar sudah organize perlukan organize tambah dulu kan kami boleh masuk di dalam CPC wala sudah dua orang tambah perlukan itu sebuah komunitas di banyak perlukan fokus jadi kita perlukan dulu lah jadi kita di anak itu banyak sih perlukan jom sih kita apa di mana jauh perlukannya aktivitas buat di perlukan lu sponsor komite national dama tax jëri ko yaatal ko tamit alhamdulillah day gis seen booba lu ma ñaari constitution bi ñet am na waa mo ngi ci ñetti constitution bi rek mooy ne monsieur la bàyyi Ecowas yi ñoom ñoo koo tontu nag gis nañ ne depuis ci saison 2 ba léegi Ecowas ñu ko dee xuus mooy police Sénégal ak Niger ñoo ko dee xuus waaye gis nañ ne l'ASIA Niger foofu neen kaa ngi suñu ak bi dafa continuer
benefit bi ñoo am mooy di economic status hôtel yi fii la nekk si dëkk bi te fi dañ leen jox xaalis tiisaat yi fii lañ ko print xob bi fii lañ ko print venue bi fii la nekk moto yi fii la nekk catering bi fii la nekk the entire investment buy 20 30 40 millions yëpp Gambia la des loolu mooy benefit and the national team and the representative of the national team loolu dafa firndeel suñ ranking when it comes to the international level suñ team bi suñ li nga xam ne rek moom mooy rasula si ñoom tam di ngeen leen gis to the international level ba pare tam am na ay bénéfice yoo xam ne lambi Gambie tamit am na ko si yoo xam ne loolu mooy li nga xam ne has a host country leneen li si yokkoo tam mooy when it comes to the technicalities for the first time Gambia ñu boole leen si the technical committee of Ecowas under si international referees am na ñaari referees yoo xam ne bokk nañ ci muy Jibril ak Mbay ñoo xam ne day from today they are international referees te loolu yàgg nañ koo jooy yàgg nañ koo ut yàgg nañ koo ñaan waaye loolu mënutoon a nekk yàlla dogal na si suma mandate si suma time la am waaye loolu liggéey bu yàgg la te yaakaar nañ ne te ñaan nañ tamit ne ndam bi des fii loolu bu boobaa dafa nekk yokkute plus yokkute si lambi Gambia ak ñun si suñ tañ ak lan loolu rek la
The other question was given to the director because I think the question is
they have seen that the hosting of the Tolac has always been between, Senegal and Guinea. But right now, Gambia is hosting it. So is it going to be rotated, to all Ecowas countries?
Thank you very much. In my presentation earlier, I talked about how the heads of state made African wrestling our community sport, and how over the years we've been organizing the Ecowas African Wrestling Tournament. When you start a new project, you want to start with very strong footing. You want to start where you have advantage. And so in those early days, the Ecowas Africa were simply organized only in Niger and in Senegal, where we felt that the infrastructure and the practice was sufficiently advanced to help us have a very strong foothold in promoting the sport. In 2019, right from 2015, member states began to give us the very positive feeling of capacity to organize. And so by 2019, following a meeting that we held with the national federations in Senegal, we agreed that the program was ripe enough now to be rotated amongst all the member states. And so we started the rotational component of the Tolac in 2019. Senegal kicked it off in Dakar, followed by Niger. In fact, Niger hosted because Nigeria, which was supposed to host in 2021, could not host. We had to go back to Niger, and Niger hosted. Niger was then followed by Nigeria in 2024, and today we are here in Banjul, the Gambia, hosting the 14th edition. We already know who will host for next year, and that is Côte d'Ivoire. And so this is in line with the Ecowas vision of effectively developing African wrestling as a strong discipline, not just in West Africa, but beyond our coast. And so the modality of hosting is now firmly rooted in our procedures, and it becomes mandatory that we look for hosts every year. Our objective is to be able to line up hosts for 5-6 years. When Gambia and Côte d'Ivoire were bidding, we were very happy that there are 2 countries competing to host, which is why we came down here last year, as the minister said, to inspect the facilities, to discuss with the government, because even though the federations are in charge, their backbone is the government. There has to be sufficient government support, sufficient government willingness to come in. As the minister said, the infrastructure has been renovated. At the end of the competition, those infrastructure remain for African wrestling in the Gambia. It does not belong to the West Wrestling Association, it belongs to the country. And so those are some of the gains that we believe that rotating the competition would help member states to achieve. Not just upgrading infrastructure, but also developing the competition at the national level, and also giving some level of visibility to African wrestling at the national level. Let me say in passing that while this is the first time Gambia is hosting all the Ecowas member states, there would have been 14 here or 15 if Burkina, Niger, and Mali did not pull out of Ecowas. But Gambia has also hosted a 4-nation tournament organized by Ecowas, and that was, it gave some kind of foresight into the capacity of the Gambia to host a regional tournament, and why not an international tournament of this capacity. And so we are very happy to continue to project the image of our community through wrestling, and also ensure that member states benefit through the rotational hosting formula that we've adopted for the wrestling tournaments. We are also in the process of reviewing the Ecowas African Wrestling Specific Code. The review started in 2023 when countries met in Niger and presidents of the federations met to review, because over the years we've seen some improvements, we've seen some changes, and we thought there was need to upgrade the code. If you notice, before 2023 there were no female wrestlers. We introduced that in the last edition. Before 2021 there were no female referees. After the 2019 meeting, we thought there was need to train female referees, and female referees began to officiate at Tolac in 2021. Today we have female wrestlers also competing in Tolac, and we hope that with resources we can expand the scope and have full female teams compete alongside the American counterparts. What we've done today is to have a mixed national team of both male and female. The female coming in at 66 and 76 kilograms, while the male are given the higher weight category. And so we believe that that helps us to promote African wrestling at the national level and also give it some visibility outside our region. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
ci lépp li nga xam ne jëm na ci wàllu cosaan rawatina ci entertainment ci ban sànq côté boobu fan ngeen ci toll ci liggéey boobu beneen bi ci des tamit moo nekk tey taxawaay bi ñu am fii ci li ñu seetlu mooy national TV bi select nañ wax nañ ne ñu ngi kam jàppoon nañ ne tey bu ñu leen war a gis fii dañ leen war a gis ak uniforme ñu sol benn traction mënoo leen ko ñoom ñëpp ñu ràññee leen ci biir bi ñu xam ne ñii ñooy national TV wala ñi ñoo ci bokk loolu tamit lan moo tax amul ba tey dinaa ko xam leneen li ci des tamit dafay dem ci docteur Sougou naka la Sougou ah. Okay. Dr. Tusu, welcome to Gambia, Somali Coast of West Africa, the peaceful country. I hope on the 15th, 16th, 17th, you see many surprises about this competition. Because this wrestling is a traditional wrestling. It's a Gambian thing. Don't worry, inshallah. Thank you so much. God bless you. And your team for thank you.
si kàttanu yàlla si ndimbali li nga xam ne rek mooy li nga xam ne mooy ñëpp ñi nga xam ne ñoo nekk si làmba incha allahu rabbi di entertainment bi dina doy dineen jël nañ sax boole nañ ñeneen ñi nga xam ne sax bokkuñ sax si làmb waaye aada ak cosaan bi dundal nañ ko te mu ngi si ñoom te kilifa yi toog dinañ mën a gis seen bopp si loolu boole nañ leen si mbir mi ëpp leen bu am solo la ñu def di nga gis different ethnique bi ku nekk sa li nga xam ne moom nga am leneen li gën a am solo mooy réew bi comme mbiri réew la di Scorpion Fans Club bi and di Smalling Fans Club bi ñu jébbal nañ ñu seen bopp niñ ko bëggee noonu la ko gaay di defee da ngeen gis gaay yi ñeenti waxtu ñoom dineen feesal pavillon yi nga xam ne ñoom lañ foofu lañ war a toog pour Thiès mbëri balaa ñoo dugg si incha allahu rabbi te di ngeen gis tamit cultural performance yoo xam ne yooyu tam gëj nañ koo gis parce que di permanent secretary ministry of youth and sport dafa assign ministry bi parce que chef yi alkaali yi gouverneur yi chairman yi maire yi ministres yi ñëpp lañ invite muy ñi nga xam ne mooy diplomatic corps yi ñëpp ñu ngi fa soo kon yaakaar soxla pour mbiri entertainment ak mbiri culture bi ñuy ooyee aada ak cosaan dina fa feeñ 100% loolu bi reste à sort incha allah te ambiance bi groupe ngéwél gi ñoo ko def ak ñeneen i groupe yoo xam ne boole lañ mu ne lan waat loolu rek la alright mbiri li nga xam ne mooy track suusi li nga wax lu am solo am naa nañu am team bi yëpp lañu waxoon ne ñooy ñëw waaye après si ñu ne team bi yëpp ñëw du ko jar ñu oo capitaine bi national team bi ak capitaine yi ne team bi jigéen yi ñoom ñaar ren nañ présent yeneen ñi ñu ngi foofu coach bi team trainer bi assistant coach team manager coach yi female team bi ñoom ñëpp dañ accomplice gars yi bon ñoom ñaar lañ doon présent man sax su suma jëmi bopp dama waxoon naa leen ne yaakaar naa ne dinañ doon ñëw ak track suuf parce que track suuf yi muy training gees yi ñu war a sol yooyu joxe nañ ko sax bu yàggal loolu la gars yi di trainer te gis ngeen ko social media gis ngeen nitaal yi loolu kon loolu manqué wu te am na yeneen yoo xam ne yooyu moom la ñoo sol yu utee si yi ñu joxe yoo xam ne si bés bi lañ ko sol so loolu tam manqué wu waaye dañu am communication breakdown si ñoom so loolu tax ñoom ñëwuñu ak track suuf yi waaye du comme dañ ko ñàkk wala nekk loolu mu ngi abale waaw ne bëgg naa dem join team bi team manager moo responsible loolu muy Ceebo ngeen communiquer ak moom den su ko defee mu dimbale leen si loolu par cash price yi from individual mooy groupe $1,500 to groupe bi muy $10,000 si diggante boobu la nekk waaye nag review luñ ne nangam la